You know where you are. You in the jungle, baby. Welcome to the jungle here in Attica, Ohio for tonight's N10 matchup between the Seneca East Tigers and the Mohawk Warriors. I'm Nate Mullins on the call tonight with the Wizard, Greg Kinn. We also have Austin Rodriguez here helping out on camera, and as well as Jacob Ellis doing some shadow work here, one of our students from Tiffin University helping us out. But once again, thank you for joining us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. You're tuned in here on the pregame show, and we've got a great game for you here tonight as 15-4 Seneca East takes on 14-6 Mohawk here in this N10 matchup, which could figure for the top spot. There's pecking order to be determined here tonight, and the top spot is up for grabs in the N10 here tonight between these two schools. We got the opening tip coming up here, brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. We'll have the keys to the game brought to you by Heather Hunker, travel advisor with Magical Moments Vacations. But first, let's get you that opening tip brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. Once again, thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Take a moment and thank our sponsors here in just a moment. And once again, we're live here in Attica, Ohio, here in the jungle.
The atmosphere is awesome here tonight. I think they're definitely ready to play some basketball, Nate.
And there's the opening tip, controlled by the Warriors, brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. And we are underway here in Attica. Once again, both these teams vying for that top spot in the N10 as a corner three is good right out the rip. And that one, Hunter Haynes, I forgot my button there, knocks that one down from three. And the Warriors start out with an early 3-0 lead here in Attica. Don't have a whole lot of scoring stats for these teams, as the N10 website does a great job of keeping track of the league leaders, but as far as stats for overall teams, it's kind of void there. So we did the best we could, but we came up with some league leader stats for you. We got some of those. We'll go over those here in just a minute. But first, let's talk about those keys to the game, brought to you by Heather Hunker, travel advisor with Magical Moments Vacations, as that first shot is off the mark. And that one was from number 23, Blake Foose. And the Warriors have possession here. Try to work it down low. Entry pass was denied, but Boomer Cleveland grabs it for the Warriors. Foul on the play. Foul on number 4. That's Jake Bowerman, called for the foul. The senior guard takes a seat here on senior night. Three 0 Mohawk. Boomer Cleveland with it. Braden Chester. Connor Flood. Ben Bogner. And Hunter Haynes with it on the right wing. That's your 5 on the floor for the Mohawk Warriors. They work it down low. It's stolen away by the Seneca East Tigers. As Lucas Bordner pulls up from mid-range, and that one was wet. Woo-hoo. Got that one to go from about 10 feet out. And that's the first bucket of the game for the Tigers.
Oh, almost stole away there.
Of course, we covered these Warriors this past Friday, or this past, was it Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday.
Yep.
As Zach and Tommy were over there in Sycamore as they took on the Hopewell Loudon Chieftains. Of course, those Chieftains, one of the best teams in the area. They took care of business against these Warriors.
Oh, nice
Connor
rebound.
Flood with a nice rebound, but it's stolen away. As Blake Foose takes it and drives the length of the court, lays it up and in to give the Tigers a 4-3 lead. Let's talk about those keys to the game, brought to you by Heather Hunker, travel advisor with Magical Moments Vacation. For Mohawk, flood the boards. Connor Flood leads the team with 6.5 rebounds per game. He's got to be dominant down low if they're going to have a chance to come away with the win here in Attica, the tough road environment. If you control the boards, it has a way of kind of quieting the road crowd, if you will. So I think that's going to be a key for Mohawk here tonight. Get Connor Flood going, and most importantly, get those second chance opportunities on the offensive end. For Seneca East, as they control the possession now with a 1-point lead, 4-3. Cool hand Luke Mason leads the N10 in steals with 3.7 assists per game, or 3.7 steals per game and 4.8 assists per game, both statistics leading the N10. And that long-range three Nothing but the bottom of the net for Hunter Haynes as he's got all 6 points here for the Warriors. And they lead 6-4. But yeah, once again, watch this matchup. Boomer Cleveland and Luke Mason. Between those two, they lead the N10 in steals and assists. So those two, this point guard matchup is one that we need to keep an eye on here tonight, folks. As Luke Mason, number 3, Boomer Cleveland, number 3, the counterparts. That's going to be the matchup to keep an eye on here tonight here in Attica. Once again, those are your keys to the game brought to you by Heather Hunker, travel advisor with Magical Moments Vacations. Braden Chester whips it cross court. Hunter Haynes pulls up for another 3. That one's off the mark.
I thought he had that one there. He was open.
And a rebound grabbed by Seneca East. For the Tigers, 5 on the floor. Luke Mason, number 3. You have Aiden Hines, number 0. You have long range 3, no good, but a foul on the shot. That's going to send Luke Mason to the line for 3 free throws. So we'll go through the rest of the 5 on the floor for Seneca East. Jake Bowerman was in the starting lineup, but he was removed quickly after a quick foul early in the game. But once again, Aiden Hines, Luke Mason. You have Lucas Bordner, number 12. Number 23, Blake Foose, and number 24, Lucas Hicks. That's your starting 5 for Seneca East.
Gets both of them, makes it look easy.
And he's got one more coming, too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was a 3-point shot.
Yeah, exactly. So Luke Mason knocks down the first 2. Oh, and he got all 3.
Nice. See, that's I believe that's the 3rd lead change already.
That's absolutely
we had 3
right.
3-0, and then we had 4-3, then we had 6-4. Now we're back to here.
And you knew it was going to be just that when we came over here for this one. This was supposed to be our final regular season game of the year, but got some news for you coming down the pipeline here, folks. As that shot off the mark, rebound grabbed by Seneca East as Keno Roofing into the game now for the Tigers. Number 40. Senior center, 6'5". Bordner pulls up from the free throw line. No good on the shot. Rebound grabbed by the Tigers. Blake Foose now. Mason, no good on the 3-point shot. Luke Mason, just a sophomore, but once again leading the N10 in assists and steals on the season for the Tigers. Quite an impact on the season so far for the young Luke Mason as that rebound grabbed by the Tigers.
You got to love having sophomores like that on the team.
I mean,
you know, the future's good for a couple years.
Yeah. Couldn't be any relation to athletic director Doug Mason at all, no. And the fact that he has an extensive basketball background, spent some time here at Seneca East as basketball coach, also serving now on the sideline as basketball coach here at Seneca East.
How about that pass?
Unable to convert. And the rebound grabbed by Braden Chester. Yet Doug Mason's the JV coach here at Seneca East. Spent a lot of time on those sidelines here in Attica. Nice defense down low by the Tigers. Oh, what a pass by Mason, but unable to finish is Aiden Hines. Mason was trying to set him up there.
Yeah.
The table setter. Left it up on a platter for him. Braden Chester is no good on that 3-point shot. Oh, look at Ben Bogner getting in there, tying it up.
Showing some of those football skills.
Right, a little bit. Bogner takes a seat. As checking in for Seneca East is Caden Fritz, senior forward. On the floor for Mohawk, Kane Heyman, as well as Caleb Bish. They work it down low, a nice block by Flood.
Some great defense down there in the basket.
Connor Flood says, get that out of here. Boomer Cleveland, the exciting point guard. Just a junior. A lot of youth on this Mohawk squad. Cleveland pulls up and knocks that one down from the elbow. Woo-hoo, that was pretty wet. Gives the Warriors an 8-7 lead.
Another lead change.
Right.
Yep, they're just going back and forth here.
First points from inside the three-point arc for the Warriors. Lucas Hicks into the game now for Seneca East. Foose, handoff. Mason drives the paint. Oh, what a pass! Wow. That was pretty nifty. Luke Mason. Drawing up memories of Steve Nash there with that one. Tigers with a 9-8 lead. Inside of 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Here in Attica, Ohio, live from the jungle. Greg, I think that Tiger is going to eat those people over there.
Austin was zooming in on it before we went live. I looked down at the computer screen, scared the crap out of me.
Connor Flood, shot no good, but he draws the foul. And that'll put Flood at the line. Junior post, the 6'6", junior post, Connor Flood, toes the free throw line. Brought to you by Buckeye IT Services. That one's no good.
6'6". He could probably almost look down into the basket.
And he gets the second one to go. Ties it up at 9 apiece. Last second shot here. Oh, it's just off the mark from Lucas Hicks. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Before we send it to break, I'm going to take a moment and thank all of our sponsors, as we didn't get a chance to do that in the first quarter. But before we go to break, we're going to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, Studio Squared, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Buckeye IT Services, UIS Insurance and Investments, Plasonite 3D Printing, Heather Hunker, Travel Advisor with Magical Moments Vacations, 5-Star Maintenance, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Clouse Electric, U.S. Bank, Webster Industries, Feasel's Frame and Collision, and Burns Electric. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Well, do we even have time to take a break?
We might just keep it here.
We'll just keep it here. Once again, timeouts tonight brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Your opening tip was presented by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. Free throws brought to you by Buckeye IT Services. Stick around for the halftime show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. And our postgame show presented by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. We'll have our player of the game. Who's going to get to wear the winged cardinal tonight, Greggy?
Me.
Yeah.
Well, that's after the game.
I was going to say, we always get to wear it on the ride home. Greggy says, I don't need a seat belt, I need a championship belt. Tied up at 9. Start of the second quarter. Boomer Cleveland drives it into the paint. His shot, no good, but he draws the contact and earns himself a trip to the free throw line. And they call the foul on Caden Fritz. That'll be his first foul. First on Seneca East here in the second quarter. Ooh. As Cleveland unable to convert on the first free throw. Boomer Cleveland. No good on the second. Oh, Chester got away with a push there as he comes up with the offensive rebound for Mohawk. But did you see it?
I didn't see it. I looked down, but I heard the crowd.
And Chester with the move into the paint, no good. Rebound grab by the Tigers, Blake Foose. Looking to push this one. Oh, Mason. Oh, what a cross-court pass. Luke Mason finds Lucas Hicks, and Hicks knocks that one down. That was impressive, Greg. This Luke Mason, boy, he is fun to watch.
Some of these passes, when they perfect them like that,
like, wow.
Get them across the court so fast, it's ridiculous. You can't defend it.
That shot in the paint is good. And Kane Heyman draws the contact, earns himself a trip to the free throw line. Once again, free throws brought to you by Buckeye IT Services, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. If you've got any IT pains you're dealing with, folks, that's information technology. You got anything you're dealing with technology, it gives everybody pains.
So if you don't know what IT stands for, you need to call Buckeye IT.
That's right. That's right. You probably definitely need to call Buckeye IT, especially if you're trying to run a business and you don't know what IT stands for. Well, yeah.
I mean, they've definitely been there for us to help us with some of our growing pains right at the very beginning.
Absolutely. Jake Schaff, great staff over there at Buckeye IT Services. Another one of our proud sponsors here. Lucas Bordner draws a double team, and it's stolen away. Boomer Cleveland with the steal. Cleveland hoists it from three. Oh. Boomer Cleveland. He's got 5 points. And the Warriors have a 3-point lead, 15-12. Bordner loses it, gets it back, under the paint, under the basket, shot by Mason is no good, but they'll go out of bounds, last touch by the Warriors.
I can't believe we got the ball back.
Yeah.
It got stolen away, and he was like, no.
Luke Mason looking to inbound, gets it in, roofing.
Oh, it's not enough underneath.
No good. Braden Chester.
Ooh.
Hunter Haynes now with it. Well, now I see why he can't run, Greg. He's got duct tape all over his shoes. Look at that. The shoes you see on a basketball court, you know?
Those are pretty fancy looking shoes.
I was going to say, they're nice. They're really nice shoes. It's just
now you got me staring at them. I'm like, wait, the game.
Is it really duct tape? Oh, Heyman had it stripped, gets it back.
Man.
And a travel called as he's on the floor with it. Pesky defense being employed by the Tigers.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're seeing it here early, already in the second. They're kind of turning it up because they know what it's going to take to get out of here with the win against each other.
Head coach Anthony Langhurst in his third year here with the Tigers. First year, they finished 9th in the N10. Last year, they finished 4th. This year, fighting for the top spot. And I tell you, the strength of their team this season has been the last part of the season here for the Tigers, as Mason shot no good. The last half of the season, they've won, I believe, last I checked, was 9 out of their last 11 games for these Tigers. So, very impressive end of the season for Seneca East to make this run.
Getting hot at the right time, for sure.
Absolutely. Bordner shot no good.
Wow.
Misses everything.
I'm surprised it didn't go out of bounds. I thought that one was going out.
Cross court for Cleveland. Now Heyman on the left wing drives the baseline. And an offensive foul as Aiden Haynes steps right in front of it and draws the contact. Tigers with the possession, trailing by 3. Inside of 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Top spot in the N10 on the line here tonight, potentially. Seneca East with a win would pretty much claim the outright N10 spot for number 1. Bordner, nice pass under the basket.
Yeah.
Keno Roofing with the finish, but woo, let me tell you, Lucas Bordner with a nice little dish around the back, little wraparound pass there.
Yeah, it sure would be nice to claim the top spot here at home in front of your home crowd here tonight, too.
Now, on senior night, absolutely.
Yeah. Had a lot of seniors on the squad. I think I counted 6 earlier.
Yeah, I believe there is 6 seniors on this Tiger squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's right. Cleveland thought about a 3, gives it off to Braden Chester. Straightaway 3, no. Rebound grabbed by Foose. Blake Foose with it for the Tigers. Into the forecourt. Foose over to Bordner. Pulls up from 3. In and out. Rebound cleared out and grabbed by the Tigers. Luke Mason pulls it back, resets. And now Tigers call timeout. Anthony Langhurst wants to talk things over. We'll keep it right here. 3:38 left to play here in the first half. Tigers trail by 1. They'll have the possession coming out of the timeout. Once again, timeout's brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Let's take a moment and thank all of our sponsors here during this timeout. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, Studio Squared, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Buckeye IT Services, UIS Insurance and Investments, Plasonite 3D Printing, Heather Hunker, Travel Advisor with Magical Moments Vacations, 5-Star Maintenance, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Clouse Electric, U.S. Bank, Webster Industries, Feasel's Frame and Collision, and Burns Electric, all proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. It's that time of year, Greggy. You know tax time?
Ugh.
Yeah, that's why you need to call Linda S. Ritzler Accounting. I mean, there's no better way to describe tax season than that noise right there that Greg just made. That's why you got to give Linda, give Linda S. Ritzler Accounting a call. Tell them take care of it. I don't want to deal with it. Here's my box of receipts. Just take it.
You can call them so you can not say. Ugh.
Yes. Nice pass under the basket, but it's stolen away. Connor Flood with the steal. Boomer Cleveland pulls up, mid-range shot, no good. It's poked back. Mason grabbed the rebound, but Cleveland gets it back. And oh, what a frenetic little sequence of events there we had. As it goes out of bounds, last touch by Aiden Hines.
This game moves so fast. I always think, man, I could never referee a basketball game. How could I look at their hands and their feet and where they're at and where the ball is at all at the same time?
That's why there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Cleveland's three-pointer, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Lucas Hicks. Tigers looking to push. Foose spots up from 3, off the front of the rim, no. Rebound, grabbed by Boomer Cleveland. Once again, this matchup to watch here tonight, Boomer Cleveland versus Luke Mason. These two polished point guards here for these two squads. Bish under the basket. Connor Flood kicks it out. Hunter Haynes driving. Pulls up from mid-range. No. Grabs his own rebound. Little floater. No. Rebound grabbed by Blake Foose. Bordner. Spin move.
Ooh, nice.
Drives the baseline. Kicks it out. Hines for 3. No.
Oh.
Rebound tipped out. Oh, what a nice job by Foose there as Hines with it. His shot no good. Rebound grabbed by Mohawk. A foul called on, I think it's going to go on Blake Foose. But I tell you what, Connor Flood, he's not letting anybody down low without a fight. Speaking of fight, I think most of these fans over here are not very happy.
I was just going to say it's going to be quite feisty in here tonight.
Boomer Cleveland kicks it on the left wing. Hunter Haynes for 3. No. Rebound grabbed by the Tigers. Lucas Bordner drives it into the paint. Shot blocked. Once again, Connor Flood. That's 3 blocks here in the first half. Now Boomer Cleveland with it. 1:30 to play here in the first half. Just 29 points scored here between these two teams.
I was going to say, very low score. It just shows you how tough both these teams are playing against each other right now. Defensively, not letting anything up.
And Haynes' 3-point shot, no good. He started out 2 for 2 from beyond the arc, but since then has gone cold. Hicks takes the pass. Oh, nice touch pass to Hines in the corner.
There you go.
Now that is some beautiful basketball right there. Lucas Hicks with a little touch pass. Looks like a volleyball set.
I love seeing when there's a smooth pass like that. I love seeing it pay off with the basket.
Lucas Hicks steps into the passing lane and swats that one away. Braden Chester to inbound. Kane Heyman with it. Under the basket for Flood. Connor Flood puts it up, no good. Rebound grabbed by Lucas Hicks. Tigers settle this one down into the half court, down to 30 seconds left here in the first half. Seneca East holding on to a 2-point lead. Looks like they're going to hold this one for the last possession.
I knew this was going to be a close game, but I didn't think it was going to be a almost 30-point combined first half.
Foose under the basket for Hines.
Oh.
Into the corner.
Oh.
Three-point shot, no. Flood grabs the rebound, and that's the end of the first half. Seneca East leading 17-15 as we go to the halftime show. Once again, stick around. Halftime show presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. 17-15 is your score. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Let Heather Hunker, travel advisor with Magical Moments Vacation, take the stress out of booking your next getaway. Specializing in family and group vacations, as well as adults-only trips, Heather can also help you with booking your dream destination wedding. Most trips are planned at no additional cost to you, and you'll have her support both pre-travel and in-destination with every step of the way. Book your next dream getaway now. Heather Hunker, travel advisor with Magical Moments Vacations.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Hoops on Hoos.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Hoops on Hoos.
take out your red 50-50 drawing ticket. The winning number is 814115. Again, the winning 50-50 number, red ticket 814115. You can collect your winnings at the scorer's table. Thank you.
Welcome back. We're live here in Attica, Ohio, live from the jungle.
Listening to this awesome band rock out over here.
Oh, man,
They sound great.
Every time I come over here, I'm just blown away by this band. They do an outstanding job over here. And once again, just great atmosphere for high school basketball. Now, I went to school at Seneca East, but I never went to school here. I'm so old, I went to the school that no longer exists, the one that was torn down in Attica.
The ones that they built out of like logs and stuff?
Yeah, they still had the Lincoln logs and everything, yeah.
There's like 5 desks in the room, including the teachers.
It was a one-room schoolhouse. I had to walk to school 10 miles both ways.
Back then they had the Seneca East, the Seneca West.
That's right. Seneca Huron, that was one of our schools too, yes. No, this is an outstanding facility for basketball, and they've done a really good job with this court. I think this is a new logo here, mid-court, this SE logo. I don't think this was here last time we were here.
I can't remember if it's not new. It definitely looks new. It's high quality for sure. I really like the, it's like an orange and just like a darker brown. It's not quite black. It still has that wood in the lettering instead. And yeah, it's like...
Well, once again, we're here. Halftime show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, one of our proud presenting sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. I just want to take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here to broadcast tonight's game. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, Studio Squared, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Buckeye IT Services, UIS Insurance and Investments, Plasonite 3D Printing, Heather Hunker, Travel Advisor with Magical Moments Vacations, 5-Star Maintenance, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Clouse Electric, U.S. Bank, Webster Industries, Feasel's Frame and Collision, and Clouse Electric, all proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports, as well as Burns Electric. We want to thank Linda Burns and Laverne Burns for all their help, helping us present high school basketball to you here on Heart of Ohio Sports, and we are underway here in the second half as the Tigers control the opening possession here. They lead by 2. 17-15 is your score here in the third quarter. Not a lot of scoring there in that first half, Greg.
We were kind of talking there at halftime. Our prediction is that they are saving the best for the last year.
That's right.
They're saving a little bit of gas in the tank because they know what it's going to take here late in this game.
Well, we did speak with a junior correspondent before the game, and he had a prediction for us. We talked with Kane Price, our junior correspondent here at Seneca East, and he thinks the Tigers are going to take care of business here tonight, but he said it was going to be in the 50s to 60s to the 40s to 50s.
Yeah, he said it's going to be a close game within 10, but he was taking the Tigers for sure to pick for the win tonight.
But they're going to have to score a lot more points if that's going to happen here.
Yeah.
Warriors with the possession. Starting 5 on the floor for Mohawk. As Hunter Haynes whips it cross court. That one's stolen away. Lucas Bordner with the steal. Luke Mason into the corner. Lucas Hicks pulls it back out. Now Blake Foose calls the play out from the top of the key. And they reset their half-court offense here.
Man, you have to kick it into another gear to get there fast enough to steal the ball like that.
Yeah.
And that's what they've been doing here tonight, just cutting off those lanes, the passing lanes.
Hicks pulls up from 3, no good. And a rebound grab by the Warriors, Boomer Cleveland. There's been a lot of turnovers here tonight, but I wouldn't even call them turnovers. There's been a lot of steals.
Yeah, they've just been knowing what's coming, knowing where the ball's going, and they say, I'll take that. And then they go down the court and they do the same thing.
Hunter Haynes pulls up from 3.
It's like you would think these teams have played each other before or something. Maybe they're a little familiar with each other.
A little familiar. I was told during the break that Mohawk actually took care of Seneca East handily in the first game in Sycamore earlier this year. So
a little bit of extra motivation on top of the already extra motivation you had with senior night here tonight and your chance to be kings on top of the mountain.
Boomer Cleveland kicks it out to Haynes. Now back to Cleveland from the free throw line. Braden Chester with it. Down to Flood, now over to the corner. Chester from three, bang! Braden Chester opens up the lead for Mohawk. They now lead by 4, 21-17. That's Chester's first basket of the ball game. Bordner drives to the basket, had that one lost off his leg, and they're gonna say it stays with the Tigers. Must have touched somebody on the Mohawk side that I didn't see.
Interesting.
I thought that went off his leg, right?
Yeah, I thought so too.
Luke Mason under his own basket looking to inbound here for the Tigers. Mason gets it into Hines, had that one poked away. It's on the floor, and Haynes grabs it for the Warriors, and a huge timeout by Paul Dunn. What a wise timeout by the wily veteran coach.
He said he was looking to inbound it, and I was going to say, yeah, Mohawk's not going to make it easy at all. Did you see that coverage?
Absolutely. 21-17 is your score. Timeout's brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, Studio Squared, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Buckeye IT Services, UIS Insurance and Investments, Plasonite 3D Printing, Heather Hunker, Travel Advisor with Magical Moments Vacations, 5-Star Maintenance, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Clouse Electric, U.S. Bank, Webster Industries, Feasel's Frame and Collision, and Burns Electric. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Once again, both these teams vying for the top spot in the N10. Seneca East at 9-3 in the conference. Mohawk at 8-4. Chester pulls up from three. That one off the back of the rim, no good. Roofing fights for the rebound with Bogner. And they're going to say held ball. Possession arrow will favor the Warriors, so stay down here on this end of the court.
The way Bogner ripped that out, fight was the perfect word.
Yes.
It looked like they were going to throw down there for a second.
Chester looking to inbound. Boomer Cleveland. Hunter Haynes pulls up from three, no. And looks like a foul under the basket. That's going to go on Braden Chester. That'll be his first. Second foul. Team's first here in the second half. I can't say that. It's in the third quarter. That's the last game of the year and the first time I've caught myself saying that. Luke Mason. Boy, his push passes are just like, I mean, there's just no effort. Like it looks like he's just not even, it's like a flick of the wrist when he passes those balls. And that one, a foul under the basket. Is that going to go on Roofing? Aquino Roofing's going to get called for the foul there. But no, Luke Mason just impresses me the more I watch.
I was going to say, you're talking about the passes, man. Yeah, it looks like a rocket or something coming out of a rocket launcher. Just launches straight from his hand.
Yeah. Haynes into the paint, no good. Rebound poked up into the air. Haynes grabs it, out to Chester for three! Braden Chester, the Warriors on a 9-0 run here, have opened up this lead. 24-17, 7-point lead for the Warriors.
Ooh.
Tigers held scoreless here in the second half. Luke Mason from three, no. Rebound.
They got to get these rebounds. They're not getting the shots to fall, and they're allowing Mohawk to get these rebounds down here. That's why they're on the 9-0 run right now.
Keno Roofing called for the foul. That's his second foul, second team foul here in the third quarter. 3:33 left here in the third. Warriors have possession with a 7-point lead. Braden Chester, step back. Bogner out to Haynes, now Chester. Down low for Flood, had it stripped away. Nice poke away there by Foose. Tigers have it. Bordner.
That was clean.
Pulls up, mid-range jumper, no good, and that one goes off the back of the backboard. What's that called?
The old stanchion?
The stanchion. Looks like Lucas Hicks getting ready to check back in for the Tigers as Keno Roofing will take a seat, most likely. Cleveland into the corner for Chester. He drives the baseline. He's blocked under the basket. Mason shot no good, but he draws the contact. And Luke Mason will go to the line for 2 shots.
Been a lot of really nice blocks here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Blocks, steals, a lot of defense being played here by both teams.
I saw one real early in the game. It kind of looked like somebody sticking their hand in a cookie jar and he just took the ball.
Yeah, right. Mason knocks down the first free throw. All of his points today comes from the free throw line today, as he sunk 3 free throws in the first quarter. And he's 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Timeout called by Seneca East. We'll keep it right here. 2:46 left to play here in the third quarter, as Warriors leading by 5. Seneca East gets their first points of the second half, still searching for their first field goal here in the second half. But Mohawk, Greg, starting out with 3 3-pointers, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc for the Warriors here, as the Seneca East Tigers just not closing out fast enough on some of these shooters.
No, and like you said, earlier in the year they've met each other, and Mohawk handled them pretty easily, or I don't want to say easily, but you know. But you think there at halftime they went in and probably revisited that game, talked about what worked in that one, and they said, hey guys, this is way too close for comfort for us. And like you said, they come out here in the second half and they've been on fire, and finally the Tigers are getting back on the board, but you can't let the lead get that big of a gap against you here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's hard to come back. Playing very, very aggressive here tonight.
Of course, the Warriors always travel well. Their fans travel very well. There's super fan Taco down there in the front row. Of course, he's always at every Mohawk sporting event. You can hear him and see him usually. Mohawk faithful, you know what I'm talking about. Taco's awesome. Chester onto the basket. Heyman blocked.
Yeah.
Another block. That one's Lucas Hicks. Bordner step back behind the back, no good. Oh, was that a pass or a shot, Greg? Can we give him an assist?
I'll tell you what, we'll give him it. It worked out, right? If it worked out, we'll give him it.
Tigers with their first field goal of the second half. Boomer Cleveland nearly stripped away. Chester under the basket for Flood. That one's blocked. Wow. Another block under the basket. Bordner pulls up.
There you go.
And he got that one to go.
That's the ones you gotta hit right there.
And it's a 1-point ball game. An 8-0 run, or a 6-0 run by the Tigers here.
Mohawk says, let's slow things down. Hold on.
Right. Timeouts brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Of course, when you talk about these two teams, very familiar with each other. Not just in the N10. Obviously, they've longtime rivals in the N10, but this is a rivalry, Greg, that dates back to the ashes of the MAL, as Tommy likes to say. Very familiar with each other.
Well, if you want to know how much a rivalry means to this team, when they did the senior night introductions down here, a lot of their favorite moments were beating Colonel Crawford both times this year.
That's right. That's right.
That sticks with them. That's what they really remember from these games.
And that N10, the conference that these teams play in,
yes, a lot of pride.
It's a meat grinder, as Tommy likes to say. It is just a gauntlet that these teams have to go through every year. And it's not surprising that, there's not one team that's unblemished in that conference. Every team has at least 3 losses within the conference. And you're talking about some teams that have 15, 14 wins. So.
Yeah, it's not for the weak of heart.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent in this area. And we're excited to get started with postseason basketball here soon, as our postseason run starts next Wednesday, as we cover Tiffin Calvert versus Van Loo live from Seneca's Gymnasium. Boomer Cleveland had that one stripped away, but gets it back. Braden Chester driving, pulls up, little floater, no good.
Ooh.
Rebound tipped out of bounds, last touched by Seneca East. I'm going to say Aiden Hines was the last one to touch it. Warriors looking to inbound. Hunter Haynes with it at the logo. 1:20 left to play here in the third quarter. Very fast-moving game here tonight. Chester over to Heyman. Poked away. Foose with the steal.
That's what
And Mason gets it back for the Tigers. Foose grabs it back. Blocked. As Connor Flood gets the block, but everybody down here wanted some contact.
that's what I'm saying. They tell me, have you seen a more physical game this season so far?
No. And these referees are doing an outstanding job of just letting them play. Both ends of the floor. It's very evenly matched, and they're not calling one way or the other. Stripped away. That's exactly it right there.
See a lot of bodies hitting the floor, a lot of flailing arms. It's going to be a tough one here in the end.
And they're going to say a foul under the basket. That's going to go on Braden Chester. And Braden's like, what did I do? He's like, we've been doing that all game. You ain't called it. What was different?
Gonna have some bruises tomorrow for sure after this one.
Yeah. Yeah. This is one of those games where you'll wake up tomorrow and go, how did I get that bruise? Oh, yeah. Foose unable to convert on the first free throw, so he's just got a chance to tie it up here. 32.3 seconds left in the third quarter. And he ties it up at 24 apiece. Foose with 3 points here in the ball game. Boomer Cleveland at the logo. Luke Mason on defense. This is that matchup we talked about in the pregame.
Yeah.
And it has not disappointed.
On him like glue right now.
Defensively, if you like defensive basketball, this one has been fun to watch. Nice screen there by Connor Flood. Under the basket. Oh. Bish's shot, no good. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mohawk. .4 seconds left, so just enough time for a little last-second heave here if they can get it in. And they're not even going to try it. Bordner's like, oh, nope. That'll be the end of the third quarter. Your score tied up at 24 apiece. We ended the first quarter with a tie. We end the third quarter with a tie. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter. What's going to happen next? Find out here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink is here for all of your printing and design needs. From reunions to small events, to business apparel and even vehicle lettering, they've got you covered. They make the gear that you make your memories in. Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here. Attica, Ohio. We're live from the jungle. And we're tied at 24 apiece as we start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we're deep in the jungle right now.
Deep in the thick of it. What a ball game here tonight between these two teams. And you know, if you're a fan of offensive basketball and you like to see a lot of scoring, well, maybe this one wasn't really your type of game. But if you like to see some hard-nosed basketball, boy, I tell you what, this one has lived up to the billing between these two schools. Caleb Bish with it. Drives it into the paint, kick out for Hunter Haynes. Oh, look at the tie-up.
I love it.
Lucas Bordner with the reach in to grab it. It stays with the Warriors. 7:33 left here in the fourth quarter. Hunter Haynes into the backcourt for Boomer Cleveland. The pressure being applied by both teams on defense is just, I mean, whew.
Yeah, they have to, like, constantly keep passing the ball and moving around. They're not even stopping for a second. Just trying to find something open.
Haynes, three-point shot, no good. Here comes Foose.
Oh.
Blake Foose. Into the left wing. Bordner under the basket. He's going to be fouled. That's not going to be a shooting foul, though. That'll be an on-the-floor foul. You see, they started to gather like they thought it was going to be a free throw. Luke Mason will inbound here for the Tigers. Tied at 24, 7:03 to play. Mason gets it into Bordner. Bordner had it stripped away, gets it back, digs it out on the floor, and it went out of bounds. Touch the baseline, and give it back to the Warriors. Boomer Cleveland brings it into the forecourt now. Ben Bogner. Little floater there, no good. Rebound grab by Hines. Tigers looking to push. And now they settle into their half-court set. Foose. Stolen away. Bish with the steal. And a timeout called.
Man, I tell you,
That's senior leadership right there. Did you see Braden Chester call that timeout? I mean, that's heads-up play right there by the senior Braden Chester.
It's almost mesmerizing to me watching this right now. Just watching both teams on each end of the court try to find any shot.
Neither one of them wants to give up an inch.
Like, I don't even know, Nate, I give you so much credit. I don't know how you're even calling a name, because how can you put a word in before the ball's moved 3 people already? It's incredible. They're just moving it, and like both teams on them like glue. Defense is incredible, giving them nothing. It's just incredible to watch it.
6:29 left to play, tied at 24. Mohawk with the possession coming out of this timeout. Timeout's brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Boomer Cleveland brings it into the forecourt for the Warriors. Look at the defense converge into the paint. All 5 Tigers there just collapse.
It was a really nice move when he took off, and then they were
Chester,
there.
all by himself. Braden Chester. He's got 9 points. (27-24). Warriors on top. Bordner gives it off to Mason. Foose nearly stripped away. And reach in foul. It's going to get called on Braden Chester. That'll be his 3rd. You know, that's his 4th. So one more foul and his night would be done. So they're going to have to take him off the floor now. Save him for the last couple minutes of the game. Kane Heyman checking in for Mohawk. Bordner. On the floor. And I think the Warriors were able to dig it out. As Ben Bogner, no, they're going to say it was a held ball, so it stays with the Tigers. Foose looking to inbound. Gets it into Hines. Boy, he's lucky he didn't touch that before, because his momentum was going to take him into the backcourt if he did. Lucas Hicks over to Mason for 3. No. Rebound. Hines saves it for the Tigers. Mason back to Hines. Hines driving the paint, puts it up off the glass. No. Flood grabs the rebound. Hines with the steal. Mason for 3. Bang! Luke Mason cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Wow, man. Just dialing it up down there. Didn't get their shot. They said, no, I want it back, give it back, dish it over, and bang, nailed that shot. Whoa!
Mason with the steal. That's that matchup we talked about.
And you can feel it. You can feel it. It's building here. I'm getting excited.
Luke Mason. Lucas Hicks under the basket. It's poked away, stolen by the Warriors.
This is just a fight. This is a straight up fight.
Slugfest.
It's like, look at how hard they have to work to even get anything opened up to attempt any shots here.
Boomer Cleveland working on Mason.
Oh, nice.
Cleveland
move.
pulls up from the free throw line.
Nice.
Whoa, that one was, that was wet.
And skating on ice down there.
They're saying he hit him with the.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, Bordner all by himself for three. No.
Wait.
Foose was at the right place at the right time.
Doing his best Undertaker impression there, just sitting up off the floor, grabbing the basketball.
A foul under the basket before the shot. As Tigers keep possession.
You think he was ready for that one when he got up off the floor? It just was there.
Under the basket, Hines, no good. Roofing grabs offensive board, puts it back up, no.
What a move right
And the
there.
Warriors grab the loose ball. Heyman into the forecourt. Offensive foul! Tigers will get it back. Trailing by 2. 3:24 to play. Timeout called by Seneca East. We'll keep it right here. 3:17 to play here in the ball game. Mohawk holding on to a 2-point lead, 29-27. We'll use this time to thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here, right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, Studio Squared, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Buckeye IT Services, UIS Insurance and Investments, Plasonite 3D Printing, Heather Hunker, Travel Advisor with Magical Moments Vacations, 5-Star Maintenance, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Clouse Electric, U.S. Bank, Webster Industries, Feasel's Frame and Collision, and Burns Electric. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
I know the one sponsor on there, Nate, Studio Squared. You guys have an event coming up for the big-time eclipse that everybody's excited about.
Absolutely.
I think registration just opened up, or is opening up.
That is a good thing to bring up, Greg, because I was going to forget about it. Absolutely. Studio Squared, folks, if you haven't heard, there's an eclipse coming up, a solar eclipse. And Tiffin sits right in the path of totality. And we're having a pretty cool event down there at Studio Squared, as registration today has opened up for the Solar Eclipse Art Showcase. That's right, you paint a picture of a solar eclipse or anything solar eclipse themed, could be even extraterrestrial themed, whatever you want. And we're putting them on display during the solar eclipse. We'll have a gallery display during that time. It'll be a 5-day event, the gallery will. So registration opens up today.
I was going to say, just head on over to the Facebook page, and if you have any more questions, just message the page.
Studio Squared is the page you want to find. And once again, free to the public, open to the public. So anybody can join in on the fun. Roofing turns it over, and the Warriors have it back inside of 3 minutes.
I would not want to get hit with one of those Bogner elbows.
No, no. Heyman gives it back out to Boomer Cleveland. And they're going to get a reach-in foul on Mason. Luke Mason called for the foul. That'll be his second foul, and the first team foul here in the second half, or in the fourth quarter. Warriors looking to inbound here. And a timeout. Chess match being played here tonight between these two coaching staffs. And I'll tell you what, this one has not disappointed.
Yeah, I was going to say that's just a great definition for what this game has been, is a chess match. Back and forth, everybody's matching each other's moves. Been tied at the end of almost every quarter here. And with two-point difference right now. So.
Look at the official down there earning his paycheck. Mopping up the floor. Look at that. All right. Give that guy an extra bag of popcorn.
He's probably got OCD like us. He's like, I'm not going to play on this surface.
Right?
Not on my court.
Warriors have possession coming out of the timeout, brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Braden Chester looking to inbound. Hunter Haynes takes it in the backcourt. Now Boomer Cleveland brings it over the timeline. Chester gives off to Cleveland. I think they're just going to try to play keep away here, Greg. That 2-point lead. Points are at a premium.
Yeah, I mean, looks like they're definitely playing that route, and they're not going to take any unnecessary shots here.
Yeah.
Blanky.
Stolen. Poked away. Foose with the steal.
Wow.
Gives it off, and Chester grabs it for the Warriors.
Just slightly missed time, but great effort there. Great effort.
What an effort by Blake Foose. Offensive foul. Boomer Cleveland's going to get called for the foul. That'll be his first.
The way he handed that ball over.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't happy. And that's the 5th foul for Mohawk.
That was here, just take it.
Yeah. So that should put him at the line. That's the 5th foul.
Yeah, I mean, unless the scoreboard is incorrect for some reason, you're right, Nate.
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know.
Interesting.
Huh. All right. Well, Tigers have possession under the basket. Hicks puts it up. No. Loose ball grabbed by the Warriors. Hunter Haynes. And a foul. I still want to know why he didn't get to shoot free throws. Maybe I just don't understand the rule. I don't know. Mason on defense. Cleveland trying to bring it into the forecourt. Timeout called by Mohawk. They're going to make it a full timeout. We'll keep it right here. 1:02 left to play in the ball game. Warriors holding on to a 2-point lead, trying to close this one out, but the Tigers have something to say about that.
Well, they've managed to run about half that time off the clock since the last timeout.
Yeah.
Down to just over a minute now. Playing keep away.
Once again, thanks for watching here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you. We've got Austin Rodriguez on the cam over top. And Jacob Ellis doing some shadow work here with us. If you're watching the broadcast, please do us a favor. Help us out. Share the broadcast. Share it on your timeline. But also, comment in the comments. Tell us where you're watching from. If you're watching from out of town, we love to hear comments from people that are watching from all over. Don't shoot on offensive player control foul. Okay, all right. So that was an offensive foul, so that's not a shot. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I thought that when they had changed the rule, I thought it didn't matter after you roll so many. So.
Well, that was always the case before. It was an offensive foul. You don't get to shoot on it.
Right.
But
you know what? It doesn't even matter because I'm not wearing a striped shirt. So.
That's right. I need to take some referee courses, though, because I need to sort some of this stuff out on my own.
Well, and I mean, that's also what happens when you change rules, and it's a new year with new rules. Like, everybody's got to get on the same page still, you know?
Chester had it poked away. Oh, and the Tigers lose lose it on the baseline as Hines just unable to grab it.
So close.
Oh.
That was just, that was.
Playing hot potato down there. I like that. Circleville, Ohio. Shout out John Strasser. All right, we like that. Attica, Tiffin, keep them coming. Tell us where you're watching from, folks. Chime in.
Ooh.
And an inbound poked away. 43.6 seconds left.
I'll tell you this much, Nate. When I went outside today and saw there was snow again, I was like, I wish I could watch this game from home myself.
Yeah, yeah. Can we broadcast from home? Hey, Doug, you want to set us up a camera? We'll remote in. Warriors looking to get it inbounds. Chester into Heyman, and he's fouled right away. That's the last foul the Tigers have to give.
Watcher from Sycamore here. I'm assuming cheering on the
No,
Warriors.
actually, that was the 5th foul, so that'll put the Warriors at the line. Kane Heyman toes the line. So there is somebody in Sycamore watching the water tower.
Watching the game tonight. Got to stay in and stay warm.
Well, they're guarding the water tower, so I don't know how warm they are, but. Hey, I like that. And Heyman knocks them both down. Those are huge clutch free throws there for the Warriors. Hicks back to Mason. Mason, Bordner. 30 seconds left. They're going to have to get off a shot here, and the Warriors are just not allowing it to happen. Mason shot. Oh, that one in and out.
That defense, man.
And a foul called on Seneca East. That'll go against Blake Foose. And that'll put Boomer Cleveland at the free throw line. They got the first one to go.
I'll tell you, Nate, I'm a little nervous right now because this crowd is rowdy.
Oh, very rowdy.
And I did not want to be in the middle of this crowd if the Tigers didn't get the victory here tonight. And it's, I'm sweating a little bit.
Just a little bit. That one off the back of the rim. 5-point game.
Oh, time just running.
Hicks. For 3. No. Foose grabs the rebound. No. Puts it back up. No. Heyman. Now Tigers get it back. Hicks grabs the rebound. Timeout quickly by Seneca East. As it is now a 3-point ball game. 3.5 seconds left. Now you get a steal on the inbound, and you can hoist up a 3. But that's your only shot you got really here, Greg. Because I mean, if Mohawk gets,
let's say, what's your other option? Instantly foul?
Even that, you got to hope that they miss both shots.
They have to miss both shots, absolutely. That's right there. You're talking about your only 2 realistic options here.
Yeah.
3.5 seconds. Not a whole lot you can do there.
We'll see what the call is here from Anthony Langhurst. Seneca East head coach. As Tigers not willing to give up that top spot in the N10, but the Warriors saying, hey, we want a seat at the table. Oh, we got a level 1 in Seneca County. Yeah, absolutely. Be careful driving home, folks. Well, obviously, if you're watching, you're not going anywhere.
Huh?
But you should.
You could be watching at the old pub here or whatever.
Or over at Xcaret Mexican restaurant at the bar, having yourself an appetizer.
You can pretty much watch this anywhere you go.
That's right. That's the beauty about what we do. Take us with you wherever you go. Braden Chester looking to inbound here for the Warriors. Gets it into Haynes. Haynes fouled right away.
You say right away, but I don't even think I think he wanted to foul him faster than that. He did a good job of creating a little separation there to get away from him.
Absolutely. 1.2 seconds left. Hunter Haynes will go to the line.
See if he can put this one on ice here.
Chance to put this one away here. As he got that one to go. That one plinkoed its way in.
That's what I had to build suspense first.
Right.
A little bit.
After the game we've went through, yeah, absolutely. That one wasn't going in easy. And that's going to do it. The Warriors upend the Tigers and sweep the season series against their N10 rivals here in Attica. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency, providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your homegrown agent, Sam Schelt-Palm, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1132. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Let Heather Hunker, travel advisor with Magical Moments Vacation, take the stress out of booking your next getaway. Specializing in family and group vacations, as well as adults-only trips, Heather can also help you with booking your dream destination wedding. Most trips are planned at no additional cost to you, and you'll have her support both pre-travel and in-destination with every step of the way. Book your next dream getaway now. Heather Hunker, travel advisor with Magical Moments Vacations.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Keep it locked in. You're watching Hoops on Hoos. Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink is here for all of your printing and design needs. From reunions to small events, to business apparel and even vehicle lettering, they've got you covered. They make the gear that you make your memories in. Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Heart of Ohio Sports is owned by Mullins Entertainment and located inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. The space features a state-of-the-art podcast studio, open for public use. Building a platform for creators is one of our top priorities. UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Plasonite, where imagination meets innovation. Unleash your creativity with precision 3D printing. Your ideas, our expertise. Plasonite, your 3D printing partner.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go: Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Seneca East High School. We're in the jungle, and the Warriors escape the jungle with a win to improve their record to 15-6, but most importantly, 9-4 in the N10, and that drops the Tigers to 9-4 as well within the N10. 15-5 on the season overall for Seneca East. These two teams, like we mentioned, very familiar with each other. Mohawk handled them earlier in the season in Sycamore, and they come here to Seneca East High School and take care of the Tigers here by a final score of 34-29. And Greggy, this was a slugfest.
Oh,
I mean, in every sense of the word. We called it a chess match between the two coaches because at the end it really did seem like that. A lot of timeouts, a lot of just trying to figure out how the best matchups could play out on the floor. But really what it came down to, this was a slugfest.
Yeah, and we keep saying, we're in the jungle, and it's a little cliche or whatever, but that's kind of exactly what the pace of this game went like, as if they were being drugged through vines and trying to get through the jungle, because it was just a very slow, can't find a shot, try a shot, can't find a shot, back and forth like the whole game. Both teams. The defense just wasn't letting anything happen for either team. How many blocks do we see down here under the basket? Probably more than I've seen in a game so far this season from any team. Yeah. And can I say that it was very enjoyable to watch too?
Right.
I mean, it was just fun to see. It was, like you said, if you're a offensive basketball fan, tonight wasn't your kind of game. But if you're a defensive fan, it was a great game. Absolutely great game.
There was 18 points scored in the first quarter between both teams. I think there was about 18 blocks and steals between both teams tonight. Just how physical this game was. Not a lot of fouls either, except for that last stretch there where they were kind of trying to stay in the game to keep it close.
Doing it on purpose, yeah.
Yeah, most of the game was a pretty clean game as far as officiating. They were just calling it both ways, just letting these teams play it out on the floor. And because they knew what was at stake.
Because they absolutely were slugging it out. And they knew both teams were going to come that way. So they just you know what? We'll let them play it out. And we saw it out there. Like I said, bodies on the floor, limbs flying all over the place. When you say that they escaped the jungle, that was the perfect word, because that's exactly what this was. Right. This was a much closer. This was no handling here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely not. And, the Tigers getting primed up for tournament run. They're in Northwest 5 in the Canton district or Canton region. Their district. They're going to be playing some pretty tough competition, but they're matched up on the other side of the bracket opposite of Colonel Crawford. Crawford drew the 1 seed. Seneca East is the 2 seed in that Northwest 5 district. So it could end up being that familiar matchup down the road where we talked earlier in the broadcast about these seniors, what some of their favorite memories were, beating Colonel Crawford twice in the same year.
A lot of them mentioned that.
We've always said how hard it is to beat the same team 3 times in one season.
Yeah, we've seen it many times.
So with this Mohawk squad, they should be lucky that they don't have to face that Tiger squad again this year, because they're not matched up in the tournament. And, you know, they both would have to win their district and make it out into the region in order to play each other in the tournament. So well, obviously we hope that happens, but the likelihood of something like that happening, it's slim. But I'm telling you, these 2 teams, they're going to make some noise when it comes to tournament time.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we've talked before about teams sometimes when you're getting into postseason play, sometimes you want to get that loss out of the way early. If you haven't had that loss in a while, you know, get it out of the way, see how it feels. Remember how much you hate it and you can't stand it. When you get into tournament play, that's when you turn it on and you just go on that long run.
Absolutely. All right, well, we were trying to get our player of the game interview, but tonight I don't think we're going to be able to get an interview. There's a level 1 snow emergency going on right now, so we want to make sure that the players are able to get out of here as quickly as possible, get back home to their families as safely as possible. So in light of that, we're going to go ahead and not do a player of the game interview, but once again, our player of the game presented by UIS Insurance and Investments and Plasonite 3D Printing. Tonight, Greggy, I have to give it to Boomer Cleveland, because when we talked about the matchup at the beginning of this one, it was between Luke Mason and Boomer Cleveland. And you know, Luke Mason, the sophomore guard, Boomer Cleveland, the junior. I think tonight the experience of Boomer Cleveland really was on display. And while it might not have showed up in the stat sheet on the scoring column, because he only had 9 points here tonight, how many steals did he have? How many assists did he have? How many rebounds did he have? He stuffed the stat sheet as much as you can from the point guard position, and that's why tonight he takes home the Player of the Game award, brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments and Plasonite 3D Printing.
Yeah, he absolutely seemed like he was the leader out there that kind of put everybody in the right places and called the plays out and made the difficult defensive stops and stuff. Like, how many times you said his name? Over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, when we talked about Player of the Game, he said, it's got to be. It's got to be Boomer Cleveland. Come on.
That's got to be Boomer.
But just great command out there on the court tonight by Boomer Cleveland.
Absolutely. Once again, outstanding performance by Boomer Cleveland, our Player of the Game, brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments and Plasonite 3D Printing. We'll see if we can track him down, maybe get a picture of him with the winged cardinal before we take off here. But in the meantime, Greg, I think that's pretty much going to do it for us. We do have one more broadcast of our regular season coming up, but oddly enough, we'll have a tournament game before that, as we'll have a tournament game on Wednesday.
Because the girls' tournament games, they start a week ahead of time, right?
That's right. That is correct.
So we're starting your girls at Calvert and Van Loo, I believe?
Yeah, it's Calvert and Van Loo this Wednesday night, live from Tiffin Calvert Gymnasium. Most likely that'll be the only game we cover that night. We're trying to cover either the Columbian girls game or the Hopewell girls game, but it's looking like we're just not going to be able to get a crew together on a Wednesday night to be able to cover that second game. So we're just going to stick with that one game, put the A team on the call for that one, and obviously we'll have one more game at the end of the week. We'll announce that at the beginning of the week and let you guys know about our schedule. But in the meantime, Greg, any final thoughts?
No, this was a fun game to watch. I loved seeing them kind of beat up on each other and, claw at each other. And I knew it was going to come down to the end there. That it's going to be a real, real close game. And it was exactly what I thought we were going to see tonight. Perfect game.
Perfect game.
I loved it.
And if you're a defensive basketball, if you like defensive basketball, you love this game here tonight.
I like the tough.
Yes.
The fight.
Yes. The slugfest.
Yes. Physicality. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. The physicality. I love it.
Once again, 34-29, Mohawk taking home the win and stealing one here on the road in the jungle. Once again, for Greg Kinn and Austin Rodriguez, as well as Jacob Ellis, I'm Nate Mullins, signing off from Seneca East High School. Your final score, Mohawk 34, Seneca East 29. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports.